No, you're good.
So, so some of you heard this story before, but when I got married 8 years ago, I really wanted my house to smell nice. So I had a lot of perfumed cleaners, like Mr. Clean, that had like an ocean breeze. Everything had a smell in my house, and on cleaning day, you could smell my house next door because it was so overwhelming. But I thought it smelled good. But I started to notice when I'd clean, I wouldn't feel good. I'd get headaches, get tired, just didn't feel good. And so about 8 years ago, I started my quest for natural cleaning products. And I just went to Hy-Vee and just whatever was on the shelf, I pretty much bought and tried. I found out that most of them were pretty expensive, like at least twice as much as what a normal cleaner was. And they didn't work very well. Most of them didn't work well at all. So it cost me more money, took me more time, but I felt like it was worth it, the time and the money, because my house was safe, and I felt better about that. But over the years, I tried many different products, and I found some products I really liked. And I stuck with them, and there was nothing that I was going to leave to change from those products. Until a couple of years ago, some friends of mine started using Norwex, and I didn't want to try it, I didn't want to use it. I just thought, no, I have what I like, and how could it really be any better? And really, how could you clean with just a cloth and water? That doesn't even make sense. So I didn't try it, but about 8 months ago, I tried one of their cloths. This is their standard Enviro cloth, and I tried this, and you just wet it down with water, and I just started wiping things down. I first noticed my countertops, because I got brand new countertops, and they're really, really dark. And they were always streaked and smeared. And I noticed that was the first thing I wiped down. And it left it sparkly and shiny, and I couldn't believe it. So then, of course, I wiped my microwave, and then I went into dusting my whole house with it. And I loved it. And it just felt different. It cleaned well, took grease off, grime off. So I thought, well, I'll try the rest of the stuff. And I tried the rest, and I guess I'm hooked. And I think I still like my old cleaning products, but these are far better because they save me time and money, and there's way less chemicals because I'm cleaning really truly with water and my cloths. And occasionally I'll use a product, but most of the time I don't use anything unless I really want to try a big job or something. But so I really like them. And so the staple of Norwex's products is the microfiber cloth, and I'm going to pass this around so you guys can all feel it. The microfiber cloth, they come in 4 colors. They call that red, but it's pink. Green, yellow, and blue. And do any of you clean with microfiber? I know some of you clean with Norwex, but do you clean with microfiber at your house? No. Okay. Well, you can buy microfiber cloths at Walmart or like the dollar store. And really, not all microfiber is created equal. The fibers in a normal microfiber cloth the fibers are cut to 1/6 of the human hair. And then the fibers in Norwex's cloths are cut to 1/100th of a human hair. So if you can imagine having 6 fingers on your hand and cleaning up dirt with that, or having 100 fingers on your hand and cleaning up with that, it's just the 100 fingers is going to catch way more debris and dirt, and it picks it up and locks it in and doesn't let it out. In 1 square inch of this, there's enough fiber to go back and forth across the football field 3 times. That's a lot of fiber. It doesn't really look like that, but it is. So that's what makes their product different. Now, the reason that they started looking at these, well, I should go back for Vicky's sake to talk about traditional cleaners. I'm going to do that. Talk about traditional cleaners real quick. What you normally clean with at home if you're not using Norwex products. If you've ever looked at the directions on the back of your cleaners, most things that are going to kill the germs have to be left on the surface for 10 to 20 minutes to actually sanitize the surface, kill the germs, and leave it germ-free. I know I was never doing that. My surfaces were probably never clean, and I just wasn't doing that. And the other thing about traditional cleaners, if you ever look at the back of your bottle, try to figure out what the ingredients are. they probably don't even list all the ingredients because it's a market that's completely unregulated. No one's looking at what's in these products. There have been over 80,000 chemicals introduced in the last 50 years. And those are what's in our cleaning products. And no one is testing to see how repeated, continuous exposure to these products is affecting us. And studies have shown that in the last 50 years, the amount of asthma and allergies and even certain cancers has just skyrocketed. In one study, it was a 15-year-long study, found that housewives were over 50% more likely to actually die from cancer than someone who worked outside of the home, because they think because of the exposure to all of the chemicals. Because on most cleaning days in a normal house, OSHA would come and shut you down because the air is so polluted with chemicals, as mine was when I first started, got married. I thought it smelled good, but a lot of chemicals in my house, and it made me feel really bad. So the other thing with traditional cleaners is anytime you take a product and spray it on a surface, or like Pledge or Windex or anything, Mr. Clean, you're going to leave a residue. You're not going to be able to get all that chemical up. Some of it's going to stay there. And when it does, well, obviously there's a chemical on your surface, but also it's going to collect dirt and bacteria faster because there's a chemical there. The other thing they found with all the antibacterial products that are out, that superbugs are forming. And they're in the news a lot, and that they're not able to treat those with antibiotics. And not just the cleaning products have caused these superbugs, but also the overuse of antibiotics have made the bacteria resistant. So actually in Norway is where they came up with this microfiber. They wanted to find a way to clean in hospitals without using the powerful chemicals that were so dangerous for the people using them and were causing the problems with the superbugs. So they were the ones that actually developed this microfiber that is so much different than normal microfiber. And not only are the fibers way more fibers than normal microfiber, but the thing that makes it truly different is the silver that's in it. You can't see the silver, but it's woven in there. And are you in the healthcare field?
No, but I was a CNA for
You were?
years. Yeah.
Yep. So you might know that they use silver in the medical field. In the medical field, they use silver on different things. So this last summer, my son had a 3rd-degree burn on his knee. I let him climb on the lawnmower. No, he did, and got a burn. And when we took him to acute care, they didn't give us an antibiotic ointment for it. They just washed it out, and they gave us Silvadene cream, which is 1% silver. And what that does is it inhibits bacteria growth, but not just bacteria, viruses, yeast, all the things that you would worry about infecting this wound. And it healed beautifully. I can't even really see a scar on his knee at all. So that's why they have put silver into this cloth. Because once the bacteria is locked in here, the silver doesn't allow it to grow, it doesn't allow it to multiply, and it kills the bacteria. And so it will be completely sanitized. So in my kitchen, I used to have the normal kitchen cloth, and I would sometimes go through 2 cloths a day in my kitchen because, well, if I spilled eggs on the counter or something, I would think, oh, it's dirty, I can't use it again. Or if we cooked meat at our house, I would definitely have a separate one because I don't eat meat, so I feel like that's a big contaminant. I was going through several a day, and I always found that when I put it in my soapy water and then I wiped off my counters or my tables, I could see streaks on them. And now looking back, I realized that it was just spreading the dirt and the contaminants from my dishwater to the rest of my house. So with the Norwex cloth though, that dirt and debris is locked in there, it doesn't cross-contaminate. I use it after meals, pick up all the junk on the table, I rinse it out, and we'll use it again. And so it's, yeah, you can keep using it.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You wipe the counter.
Mm-hmm.